Well, my question for you this morning is, what are you hoping for this Christmas? Anybody hoping for something special? Young people, have you put your requests in? Yes? Anybody? Yeah? What are you hoping for? Which one? I can't, sorry, I'm going to have to get a mic. Wait, let me get the mic. And then, are you happy to speak into the mic? Here we go. Are we live? You're going to give me a workout this morning, aren't you?
A 3D pen.
A 3D pen. I have no idea what a 3D pen is. You want to tell us?
It's like a 3D printer, but just with a pen.
Oh, you can make things. Wow. So there you go. Apparently, you can draw something and it'll make it. That's fantastic. Anybody else hoping for something big? I'm expecting an MG sports car, but we'll see what happens. Who? There we got another mic. Great, thank you. Who's expecting something great?
I forgot.
You can't say you forgot because it has to be on a list somewhere. Cheese. Fantastic. I hope they're going to spoil you with the best cheese there is. Yes.
I'd like a new engagement ring because my diamond came out.
A new engagement ring because the diamond came out.
I would like Scotland to qualify for the World Cup. Oh yes, we already have.
I wonder what you're hoping for. And I wonder if you've given your wish list in. I hope you have. I wonder if have you bought all your presents yet? Are you all sorted? Are they wrapped? Now, I have to say, I'm going to be honest and say that I asked that question a few years ago, and I then said to the congregation, I can't believe you're all sorted. And I got told off, okay, because some people like to be prepared. Now, I have to say in our house, because of the craziness, it tends to be Christmas Eve, okay? And you just hope Amazon are going to deliver, all right? So, but I think we're ahead of the game this year, so that's good. I wonder if you've given thought to those presents that you bought. Have you asked the person, is it something they need or want? Or are you the kind of person that kind of spends time wrapping the presents and saying, they better appreciate what I bought? Are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that says, I hope they realize I just spent over £100 on them. And boy, if I don't get a present from them that's over £100, there's going to be trouble. Are you one of those people? Yeah? I don't know if you are. But all I know is that we all have expectations, don't we? And they say that giving, it's better to give than to receive. Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? Or is it a case of, I'll just give them something, but I hope for something much bigger and better? It's better to give than receive. And yeah. So I want to tell you a story this morning. Once upon a time, long, long ago, in 1989, Kath and I got married. And we got married on the 9th of December. So I'm just putting it out there. No, I'm joking. But we got married on the 9th of December. Now I want you to cast your mind back to the fact that we've come from a warm climate, okay, to a climate that's not as warm. And especially yesterday, when we were playing Kim, it was freezing at one point. The temperature just started going down. And even with Kim with a hat and a hood and everything else, she still said, I'm freezing, yeah. But we came to England in 1994. But in 1989, we got married on the 9th of December. And it was a glorious hot day, 34 degrees. And I stood in front of waiting for Kath to come. And we started the service, and it was so hot that a blob of perspiration, I think it was nerves as well, by the way, a blob of perspiration settled on my nose. And I'm standing there with Kath, and I'm going, trying to flick this thing off my nose. And eventually, the officer said, please, Allister, just wipe it away. And he gave me his hanky. So I learned then to keep a hanky when doing a wedding ceremony, just in case the groom was nervous. That doesn't happen, does it? But anyway, 1989. Caroling season in South Africa, short sleeve shirts, because it's summer. And we don't play in the bleak midwinter. Baking hot. We'd be on the beachfront playing. We'd be in the open air arenas playing with real livestock and donkeys walking around and all the kids running around and just enjoying the heat of Christmas. And then, as we prepared for our honeymoon, which was 4 weeks, we had a lovely honeymoon, the gentleman that we became very good friends with, he turned around and said to us one day, he said, you need to factor in the fact that you're staying with my brother and his sister and his wife and sister-in-law. He said, you're going to Zimbabwe, factor it into your 6-stop stay, because we flew to 6 destinations in Africa. Kath had never flown, so it was a unique experience. And off we went. We were going to go to a country, we didn't know the people. We were going to go to a country we've never been before, but we thought, what the heck? Why not try it out? So we went off to Zimbabwe. And we spent time on Lake Kariba in their houseboat. And Lake Kariba, for those that don't know, is the largest man-made lake in the world. 139 miles in length and 44 miles in width. Lake Kariba, a beautiful space, even hotter, I have to say, than Cape Town. On a houseboat, idyllic. Lots of crocodiles. At night, you could shine the spotlight in the pitch dark, and all you would see is the green eyes on the embankment, opening and closing. And so we thought, what the heck, let's go on an adventure. And also, guess what? For the first time, I missed the caroling season. I said to Kath, great, there's no rushing around, there's no be here, be there, get here, do this, do the work, and none of that. So off we go. And then one evening, we're sitting on this houseboat at the back of the boat, and the little children of this family say to us, would you tell us about the Christmas story, because we don't know? Would you tell us about the Christmas story? Because everybody keeps talking about Christmas. And although they got presents, they did not know the story according to them. And we sat on the edge of this boat in the African night sky, looking up the brightest stars you will ever see, because everything's pitch black in the middle of this lake. And we looked up into the night sky. You suddenly become aware of the awesomeness of creation when you see the stars shining so brightly. And you realize they are millions of light years away. And so we sang the Christmas story, and we told it through carols. We told them about the wise men. We told them about the shepherds. We told them about the angels. And then we got to the baby Jesus, where there was no room in the inn. And these young people, these kids looked and said, "Sorry, are you telling me that Jesus, God's Son, was born in a stable?" We said, "Yeah." And they would have known about a stable because their parents were the second largest dairy farmers in Zimbabwe, provided milk for the country. And boy, does that farm stink. Especially when they don't need the milk and it runs into the fields, when the official cracks open the seal and it runs into the fields, and 2 days later it stinks of soured milk because it wasn't required. But they know about cattle. They know about the mess that they can cause because they were involved in farm life. They used to go and help the laborers, and 4 o'clock in the morning, they'd get up in the morning and go and help their dad. And so they knew about a stable. And they said, "No, seriously, Jesus was born in an environment like that? God's Son?" Yes. And you could see the cogs turning. But we sat, and what a beautiful moment it was as we shared. And I thought, God, you got a sense of humor. We thought we were escaping the Christmas thing, but in the beauty of that tranquility, of that surrounding, we were able to share the Christmas story with young people that understood about gifts and getting, but did not know the story behind it. What a beautiful moment that was. The gift given by God. Not forced. We're not forced to accept it. It doesn't say you better or else. Could have been, and still today, can be returned to sender. No obligations. And this morning I've got a gift. I've got a gift. Who'd like to come and have a look and see what's in this box? Come on, Xander. It's one I prepared earlier. If you want to, do you like getting gifts? Do you choose all the gifts for your family? Do you go out and buy them, or does somebody else do? Have you got a shopper? Or do you go and buy your gifts? You don't? Okay. I didn't want it to go live on that because it's our little secret. So we're going to keep it that way, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. I want you to have a look in the box because it may be for you. It may be for everyone. So if you'd like to untie the ribbon for me. Yeah. There's something special about unwrapping presents, isn't there? Especially when you just tear the paper off to see what's inside. I'm glad you didn't just rip my paper. But this is a very special box. Just feel the weight of that. Feels like it's quite valuable, doesn't it? Hey? It's not a PS5 or anything else. But if we unwrap it, God's Son. Sent by special delivery. It even had angels announcing it. I don't know if we can have any angels announcing your presence. But this gift, not just given to Xander, this gift has been given by God to each and every one of us this Christmas. Again, as we remember the story. Just like that story unfolded on the houseboat, where God, in his moment, allowed his story and his son's story to be told to somebody that had never heard of it. So the gift is given to us, God's Son. And I know that you've accepted God into your life, haven't you? Yeah, you've accepted Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. That's very valuable tape. Thanks very much. That's lasted a few years. You see, the gift of Jesus is for everyone. And this Christmas, I simply want to remind you that without the baby Jesus, there would have been no cross and no Easter. That's the reality. Without the baby Jesus, there would be no cross and no Easter. The boy, Jesus, who grew up to be a man. And then God gives us this other gift where his Son goes to the cross to die for us and forgive us of our sins. And the reality, folks, for you and for me, is that we can think we will escape. And we can escape the Christmas season or get away from things. And then we can also make a choice, you see, because what we can do, we can leave here this morning and fold this box up again and put Jesus back in his box until next Christmas, when we suddenly become aware that, oh, it's Christmas. So I want to encourage you this morning not to box Jesus up again. This morning, as you sit here, I wonder what you're going to do with this precious gift that God gave through his Son, Jesus. The baby Jesus, who becomes a man. And then goes to the cross to save us. It's his story. Please don't box him up again until next year. Do something with the baby Jesus this year. And say to God, God, I want you to be part of my life. I don't want to box you up. I want you every day, not just Christmas, not just at Christmas, on that special day when we open our gifts up. And I know we all look forward to putting the tree out and getting the presents sorted. And we all look forward to that day when we go, oh, let's pack it all up again. Until next year. Jesus was not meant for one day. Jesus was meant for 365 days of the year. Just like the man who celebrates Christmas every day, a true story, he has a Christmas lunch for every lunchtime, every day of the year, as he remembers Jesus. I wonder what you're going to do with him this year. Are you going to box him up? Are you going to put him back under the tree? And is that where he will stay? I hope not. He sent his son to help us to try and live better lives through his teaching in his word. He sent his son to show us what love looks like. Jesus coming to earth, coming to live, coming to be on earth among us, and demonstrates love to us. We give because we love, don't we? I hope that's why you give your presence, because we love. You love the people that are in your life. God gave his Son because he loves us. And at Christmas, he helps us remember who Jesus is. God's Son. Did you hear that line in the songster piece, the choir piece this morning? Christmas must touch your inmost soul. Beyond the lights and glitter, God waits to make you whole. Beautiful line. That struck me this morning as I sang it. Yeah, we've been rehearsing it for ages. But that line just hit me. Christmas must touch your inmost soul. Beyond the lights and glitter, God waits to make you whole. I hope that'll be your experience this Christmas time. Enjoy Christmas, enjoy giving, but don't box Jesus up again until next year. Do something with him as you celebrate Christmas together.